Hi, everyone. My name is Nina Yoon, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist at Yellow Chair Collective, which is an Asian American centered psychotherapy group practice that is LGBTQ plus affirming as well as neurodivergent affirming. And today I'm going to be talking about a Korean concept called hitting Mung, the benefits of doing nothing. In Korean, it's Mung 때리기. So what exactly is hitting Mung or Mung 때리기? So directly translated, it's a phrase that means to space out or to zone out. So if I were to break down the term, Mung is kind of, it's onomatopoeia. So the way that someone spaces out, like the way that someone looks, right? We say Mung. And 때리기 means to hit. So therefore, hitting the Mung. Um, and this is a colloquial term that's used really casually in everyday conversation. If you go to Korea or just overhear Korean people talking, it's something that you might likely hear a couple times. It's just kind of an everyday thing, as is the term like spacing out or zoning out is here. But in recent years, especially in a fast-paced and high-stress environment lifestyle, hitting Hmong has become almost like a trend where people have turned it into an intentional mindfulness activity. So instead of kind of like you're doing something and then you find yourself hitting Hmong, it's more like I'm intentionally going to hit Hmong to give my brain a break. So it's comparable to Zen Buddhist principles of kind of emptying your mind, right? Reaching a blissful blankfulness or blankness in the mind. Just emptying your mind of any thoughts. And so in recent years, there's this picture, as you see, there's been a competition. They created a competition where a bunch of people will gather to participate. They'll sit on the field, come in fun costumes, and then see who can hit Hmong for the longest. As you see, we have our #1 winner here. And I also left an Instagram handle if you want to check out the competition. So yeah, in recent years, it's kind of turned into just like a colloquial, casual term into sort of like this intentional mindfulness trend activity. And as this trend has arisen, a couple of subtypes have emerged. So one being 불멍. So 불 means fire, and then 멍 again, as I said earlier, is that onomatopoeia for when you're spacing out. And then there's 물멍, which means 물 is water. So, for example, when you're camping, right, and there's a campfire, or maybe you have a fireplace at home, or any sort of flame or fire. This is speaking to when you're kind of like staring at the fire and you're almost in like this trance-like state, right? You're like mesmerized by the fire, and then all thoughts are just kind of gone. You've emptied your mind. And then 물멍 is the same thing, but with bodies of water, so like ocean waves, ripples in the lake, or waterfall, any stream of water, really. Again, kind of like just staring at it in almost this like mesmerized trance-like state. And these have arisen because many Korean people have said that they sometimes just naturally find themselves like automatically just like mesmerized by the fire or looking at water and hitting Hmong. As you can see, there's a group of people hitting or sitting around the campfire and sort of hitting Hmong, 불멍. So what are the benefits, mental health benefits of hitting Hmong? Like, why is this even a thing? So obviously, as we live in a busy, everyday kind of, or as we live our busy daily lives, I think a lot of people tend to be very on the go, always thinking about the next thing, or always thinking about like, what do I need to do next? So hitting Hmong kind of gives you a little bit of a respite from that. It helps to reduce rumination, helps to recover from mental fatigue for just all the overworking that your brain is doing, helps to reduce stress, helps with mindfulness training, and helps us to calm our nervous system and reduce our heart rate because you are literally slowing yourself down. You're slowing the body and mind down by hitting Hmong. Some signs you might need more mental rest. So difficulty concentrating, feeling mentally overloaded, increased irritability or impatience. If you find yourself constantly multitasking and kind of just always busy. If you're having trouble disconnecting from work, which this is something that I hear from my clients a lot, even on off hours, you might be checking their email, thinking about work, or replying to emails, or like let me just prep my agenda for the week. Feeling guilty when resting, even when you make time, intentional time for rest, just feeling like I should be doing something, I should be more productive. And then creative or decision-making fatigue. When our brain is overworked, it can be hard, right? Like we can experience brain fog. It can be hard to just make a decision. It can be hard to feel inspired creatively. So if you're experiencing or noticing any of these signs in yourself, it might indicate that, hey, maybe it's time for a little bit of mental rest. And so that's when you can kind of hit Mung, right? So if you find yourself throughout the workday feeling like, oh, like I'm feeling really fatigued, I'm having trouble making decisions, I need a break, right? Then maybe you take a few minutes to hit Mung. And here is how you can do it. So, I mean, it's actually really simple, right? Just the way that anyone spaces out or zones out normally. You might find a focal point, such as a tree, any like sort of nature scene at the window. You can look at the sky, you can look at the wall, fire, water, whatever it is. So just find a focal point. And then you just sit and stare for a few minutes, emptying your mind. And one important thing is, just like in any sort of meditation practice, it's important that you don't judge whatever comes up for you, whether it's thoughts or feelings. Even if the point is to empty your mind, if you notice that there are thoughts coming and going, there are feelings coming up, that's okay. Just let it come and go and pass naturally as they will. And what's great about this is that you can do this literally anywhere, anytime, anywhere, like whether you're at your desk, at work, in bed, hopefully not when driving, whether sometimes even when you're out, right, at a party or something, maybe you just need a little bit of a break from talking or chatting, socializing with people. You can really just do it anywhere. But I personally think it would be most conducive to a peaceful time if you're in a like, quiet, private area, if maybe there's like some nature to look at. I find that best personally. So give it a try and see how you feel. Maybe even if you maybe make it a daily practice, right? Like 12 p.m., I'm going to hit Mung before lunch and see what that does for you. All right, thank you.